Jonathan Clarke, joined live in the studio by Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Deborah Harry. How you doing? Welcome.
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. How does that feel when people say you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, I know people like to hear that. What's your sort of inside reaction when you hear that?
Shocking. Yeah. No, it's so legitimate. It's, completely foreign in a way.
Right, yeah.
It's wonderful. I didn't think I would be so happy about it, but I'm very happy about it.
Now, I know the video for that song, Rapture, was on MTV within the first 24 hours of the channel broadcasting.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, that was one of the first videos ever played on MTV. And I'm wondering, is that the first rap song?
It wasn't the first rap song. It probably was the first rap song that went on MTV, and it was also the first rap hit to go to #1 or to get into the charts. But it wasn't the first rap thing recorded. It was just, that we sort of slid in and
Fab
made
Five
it
Freddy
happen.
and I don't know the rest of it, but I love it. It's fantastic. And then Fab Five Freddy goes on to have a career at MTV.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you have a great new solo album out called Necessary Evil, which I want to get to in a second. But I sort of want to get your sort of vibe about this great guy who had an impact on your early part of your career. I'm talking about Hilly Crystal, the late, great Hilly Crystal,
right,
and the legendary CBGB's Closing. Your thoughts on Hilly, CBGB's Closing? Well,
the club closed, and, we had done all those sort of benefits and things to try to keep the place going and to make some money and to, get interest in the place. And then, it closed anyway.
Right.
And Hilly was still around. And I knew that he wasn't, in the best shape, but now that he's gone, it's sort of, it really is a complete closure of that whole era, that whole situation. It's kind of very moving. I know that we played there on Saturday night, and the final night was Sunday night, and that was the night that Patty played.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't convinced. Chris said, "Oh, we've got to do this. We've got to do this." I said, "Oh, maybe Sleeping Dogs Lie.
Yeah.
I go back." But then when we actually did it, I was very moved, and I thought, "Oh, this is really something. This place." And I was glad actually that we played. And I said to the audience, I said, "Well, God, where are we going to go now?"
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Well, that time was an amazing time. I didn't experience it firsthand, but a lot of people I know have. They would go to CBGB's in the mid to late 70s, and bands like you and Blondie, Television, Patti Smith, the Ramones, of course. Is there one sort of defining moment where you maybe were on stage and you said to yourself, "Wow, there's something going on here," like in New York at CBGB's in the East Village? Did that ever sort of like jump out at you at a certain point while you were playing there or playing in New York in the early days?
I think that, we started playing there so early on that it was a very gradual build-up. If I told you what it was like when we first started playing there, you wouldn't believe me. I mean, the stage didn't even exist.
So it was just a floor?
There was a step.
One step. And then there were three, I guess, after that, pretty much, but...
And it was in a totally different position, and where the stage ended up being was where the pool table was, and that was where the Hells Angels just played pool all night.
Right.
So we were just in there, and they, sort of tried to ignore us, but it was just fun, and what really sort of stuck in my mind about it was that originally we had, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 people that came to see us religiously. And then when they moved the stage and people started coming to the club because there was a theme and a build up and an excitement, with all the different bands.
Right.
All of our original fans got very upset because they didn't own us completely.
It wasn't as special for them,
they
maybe.
They had to share us with strangers.
And that happens today, too.
I know. And that was sort of like, oh, this is really meaningful. This is really something now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Deborah Harry, my special guest live in the studio here on Q1043's Out of the Box. You are a true New Yorker through and through, But I didn't know that you actually spent a lot of, was it your formative years, do they call it? The early teenage years growing up in New Jersey, right?
Yeah, I did. I grew up in North Jersey. My family was all from Paterson, New Jersey.
Right.
And I grew up in a little sort of offshoot town, Hawthorne, New Jersey.
Yes.
And
I grew up in Montclair.
Oh, hi. And I used to go to a lot of dances at Central in Paterson.
Uh-huh.
And that's really one of the places where I learned to really love music and dancing, and I had a great teenage life, actually.
Did you ever play the Capitol Theater in Passaic, New Jersey? You remember that place?
I don't think so.
You remember that place, though, right?
I do, yeah.
I think it turned into a porno theater or something, but who
Yeah.
knows? Yeah, exactly. Well, the new album, Necessary Evil. Let's talk about the title.
Okay.
Necessary Evil.
Well, I'm sure that, I'm not asking you to reveal your innermost secrets, but, we all have a necessary evil in our lives somewhere or at some time. And so it's sort of it's supposed to be taken lightheartedly.
Right.
And it's about, the person you love to hate, or the thing that you love to hate, or the thing that, makes you the most crazy, but you can't live without
Could it
it.
be reality television?
It's like that.
We
yeah.
love to hate it, yet we still watch it.
Yeah, necessary evil.
Oh, there's a great song in here that really sounds like classic Deborah Harry, too. A great video for this song. Talk about the song 2 Times Blue.
2 Times Blue. Okay. I I actually watched a really incredible documentary on the blues, and it was something that I don't usually do, because I woke up very early. I was all out of schedule somehow, and it was on like at about 4 or 5 in the morning. And
Great. What station was it on? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I had cable.
Sounds like a PBS thing, maybe.
Yeah,
But
but it was incredible. It was an incredible documentary about all the Delta blues players, and just fantastic footage and music.
Right.
And I don't usually watch TV in the early morning. I just really don't turn it on, but I did, because it was just sort of an odd time. And then I started thinking, 2 times 2, 2 times blue. Yeah, 2 times blue. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And sort of, that was what inspired me. And I just went on from there, and I sort of threw some lines down. And then I was going into the studio that night, and I got in there, and Charlie said, "Oh, I had this whole song came to me this morning." Well, synchronicity.
Wow.
And so we whipped out this song right away. It's just one of those really fast jobs, that just falls right into place. It was very exciting.
Songwriters say the ones that come out the fastest are sometimes the best.
Yeah.
So this is
you're
that.
not belaboring it. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Should I change this word or chorus or verse? And this one just kind of flowed out, huh?
Yeah, this one was one of those.
Deborah Harry's new solo album, Necessary Evil, here on Q1043 is Out of the Box. The song 2 Times Blue, and it's Jonathan Clarke live with Deborah Harry, live in the studio. And I read that you have over 30 film appearances, as well as numerous TV appearances. Are you continuing to do that? Are you still doing things like that, or?
Yeah, I try.
Yeah? And what do you have coming up? Anything that's that we should be looking out for?
I actually did something in, I think it was May. I had a 1 or 2 day shoot up in Vancouver for Isabel Crochette, who directed another picture that I did called My Life Without Me. This one's called Elegy, and Dennis Hopper's in it. So I was just thrilled to be.
That must have been fun.
Working with Dennis Hopper. Oh, yeah. He's the best. And I played his wife. And it's a very sad picture, though, very serious.
Right.
And Sir Ben Kingsley is the star.
Oh, wow.
And Penelope Cruz.
Wow, that's a pretty massive cast.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. I was really sort of shocked when she invited me. I said, "Great."
And what was it like shooting up in Vancouver?
Oh, it's nice up there.
Yeah.
I've worked up there a lot, actually. They do a lot of TV up there.
Yeah, they do. I hear that, yeah.
Yeah.
So when is this going to come out? Do you have any, 2008 sometime, or?
I never know about those
Right.
things.
You
Yeah.
get an email and it comes out, and
Yeah.
they'll